How do I choose between specializing in specific technology like AI, cybersecurity, data science versus being a generalized in IT?
Now, the way you have to look at this is
Certifications or online course worth the investment for career growth in IT?
if they provide you hands-on learning, yes.
How can I find a mentor in the IT industry to help guide my career?
There are two ways to look at this.
How can I make a successful transition from an internship to a full-time IT role? Hello all, Madhu here again. So today we have Uplabdhi with us, who is a learning instructor and volunteer in Dinesh Academy. So ma'am, I have a list of questions which you can answer, which is a frequently asked question to Dinesh Academy. So the first one is, how can I transition from a non-technical background to career in IT?
So essentially what you need to work on is building the right skill set. It can start with a certification, but you can do a soft launch of your own skills by doing courses on YouTube. So once you have the basic knowledge of what you are supposed to be seeking, you can come talk to us and get your certification after a 6-month training period.
Okay, super. How do I choose between specializing in specific technology like AI, cybersecurity, data science versus being a generalized in IT?
Now, the way you have to look at this is you have to first identify what is it that you would be good at. There is something good to do, there is something need to do. If you are good at something and you feel like you would be able to do it, if you feel like it resonates with you and you can do it, then you should opt for it. If you're very confused, don't just opt for a course. Talk to a career counselor or talk to somebody who is already in the IT industry to get a sense of how the industry works.
Well said, well said. And many questions are there, and this question is very interesting. Are certifications or online course worth the investment for career growth in IT?
If they provide you hands-on learning, yes. If you can get technical and practical skills through a certification course, it is worth the investment, because what many companies look at is, will you be able to do the task that you're assigned to?
Well said, ma'am. So, how can I find a mentor in the IT industry to help guide my career?
There are two ways to look at this. The first is networking and the second is referral.
Okay.
If you want to network, the first thing you need to have is a good LinkedIn profile. Your education needs to be listed there. Some details about who you are, what you do needs to be mentioned in the profile.
Okay.
Then you can start searching for some prominent companies and try to find software engineers and software developers associated with those companies. Don't go for the top level executives, managers and C-level executives. Try to find somebody who falls in the mid-tier and will be able to guide you through their experience. The second is reaching out to your peer support and asking them, can you refer somebody to me? Easiest way, you don't have to network a lot and you can find the right support system.
Definitely. It's easy as sounds, no? How can I make a successful transition from an internship to a full-time IT role?
Performance. Know what your key result areas are, know what is expected of you, and know how you have to perform it. If you cannot find the right tools to perform the action, report it on email. Find the manager who is concerned with the project, sit with them and tell them, please help me out with it. When you track your progress on email and you show that progress at the end of your internship, you are well aware of what position you deserve and the company is aware of it too.
Definitely. It's always good to seek help, right? How can I enhance my resume and LinkedIn profile to stand out in the competitive IT job market?
About you should be as precise as you want it to be, but it should be entertaining. My LinkedIn has a lot of entertaining stuff. I keep posting stuff. I don't go for the generic formulaic tags and posts which talk about generic things. I try to keep my posts personalized. My education experiences are always up to date. I have a proper headline and I make sure details about me mentioned in the resume are followed by descriptions that describe what I did in that specific role, in that specific position.
Good. What's the potential for remote work or freelancing in IT? And how can I position myself for these types of opportunities?
There is a lot of scope for remote work. especially in IT, because you do not have to sit in an office to perform an IT job. Although one thing that needs to be mentioned is most companies choose for or go for employees who will work from the office only to track and monitor the employees in real time. However, there are several IT companies that want remote employees, and they want them specifically so that they can reduce their infrastructural cost. So
Okay.
you can definitely opt for remote work. When it comes to freelancing is again very, very, very easy, especially in an IT industry where people need other people to perform jobs for them. Overburdened people always seek out and outsource their work, so you'll always find easy work in freelancing.
Amazing. And nowadays, even kids learn coding, right?
That is something which we are starting to see. A year on year progress can be observed in your kid. They might not be able to code immediately, but they can begin learning the basics of what a programming language is, how do you perform simple functions on your laptop, and then they can progress to proper coding.
Okay.
The purpose of coding for kids is not some, I will make my kid an IITN or IIM person. The purpose for coding for kids is simply making the brain function better, giving something that people can associate with as a hobby. Kids can
Nice.
associate as a hobby.
So, how much do Dinesh Academy charge for coding for kids?
It is 40,000 for 1 year, one child.
Okay. So, who sign up for that?
If you begin seeing a curiosity in your kid and you see that they wish to explore other things, generally you start seeing this at the age of 5, 6, 7 is when you should ideally sign them up so that they begin to work on that curiosity and develop their hobbies.
So, how and where can they sign up for that?
To sign up, you can either reach out to us through our email or our phone number, or you can go check out our website.
So, ma'am, how much do you charge for the generative AI and data science?
For the Generative AI and Data Science course, the price is 89,999 rupees, and it is a 6-month course. At the end of the 6-month mark, or ideally at the end of the 4-month mark, we ask you to begin seeking internships. We facilitate the process of finding an internship, but you need to be accountable enough to do those internships and carry through to the fruition. Additionally, if you sign up with Dinesh Academy, we do try to counsel you in ways we understand that sometimes you might have errors, you might fall behind, but again, the accountability should be in you to see things end and to do it to fruition.
Okay. So, where all they may get opportunities for internship?
There are different companies that we have currently with us that help us find the right opportunities, or they onboard interns themselves as well. They do a comprehensive interview and assignment process which must be attempted by the learner. Each company has a different pattern that they follow, but essentially it boils down to how well you perform in your first round of interview. Based on that, you can find an internship with n number of companies that we currently work with, both startups, established firms, and MNCs.
So, ma'am, all these internship you're referring to, is it paid or unpaid?
It depends entirely on the company. We cannot control the nature of internships. You might find that some companies are offering unpaid internship, but the duration is short, and some companies might be offering paid internship, but the duration is very long. It is ultimately up to the learner to decide what they want. If they want to opt for an unpaid internship, we do not ask them not to do it. We simply make them aware of what they are getting themselves into. So they just go in it for the experience. Usually we try to help the learner get a paid internship, but we cannot guarantee anything as such.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope you've answered all the questions, all the frequently asked questions. So, thank you so much for coming here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.